We're here at the Syrian Cultural Garden on MLK Boulevard in Cleveland, Ohio. It's part of the Cultural Garden chain. And you can see in the back the arch, and the monuments, and the fountain. Let's take a look at that. Okay, this one talks about the Syrian Christian era. Syria was an integral part of biblical history from the days of Abraham, the father of the three monotheistic religions. This is about Syria, the Greco-Roman era. Alexander the Great believed Syria was central to his world empire. This is Syria, the cradle of civilization. The ancient land of Syria extends from the eastern shores of the Mediterranean Sea in the west into Mesopotamia in the east. It borders Anatolia in the north, the Arabian heartland in the south. The dynamic cultural and economic exchanges of early human societies and civilizations in this area created the environment that allowed Syria to become the cradle of civilization. Here we see a map of historical Syria. This is the legacy of Arab culture. The Islamic Arabic Golden Age is traditionally dated from the mid-18th century to the mid-13th century. It started with a massive translation movement of Greek knowledge that began in Damascus and continued in Baghdad by mostly Syriac Christian scholars. Here is Syria in the Arabic Islamic Era. In 636 AD, Syria embraced Islam after a triumph of the Arab Islamic forces over the Byzantines at Yarmouk, led by Khalid ibn al-Walid. This is Syria in the modern era. During World War I, the French and the British concluded the Sykes-Picot Agreement in 1916 to divide the Ottoman province of Greater Syria, the Levant. And this is Syrian immigration to the United States. The first Syrian immigrants arrived in the U.S. from Ottoman Syria in 1880. Most of them came from villages around Mount Lebanon and northwest Syria. Early immigrants settled mainly in the cities of New York, Boston, Detroit, Patterson, and Cleveland. Here's a monument to the Syrian Cultural Garden, May 29, 2011. And here's some of the sponsors. Here we see the fountain in the middle, and then the arch at the stage where performances are held and speeches. Steps go up to the second level on East Boulevard.